Hey guys, White Sheep here, and I'm going to discuss something that has a story that has broken over the past couple hours. Definitely could affect the landscape of comic movies for the next decade, potentially. Yes, Jason Momoa, also known as Khal Drogo from Game of Thrones, that big muscular dude, has reportedly signed on to play Aquaman in the upcoming Batman v Superman: The Dawn of Legal Court Cases in the superhero world. Now, this is a big thing because like 6 or 7 months ago, when they started to announce stuff about Batman versus Superman, his name was early on tied to be in the film for an unknown character. A lot of people thought it might be Aquaman. Sources close to the situation were reportedly telling us that it was Aquaman. And now, of course, it's come out from reputable news sources like The Verge. Just all over the web. It's spread like wildfire. Apparently they're close, so we might get an official announcement here in a couple of days. But regardless, this would be a pretty big get. I mean, personally, to me, he's sort of tall, dark, and brooding. He's not necessarily the Aquaman that I see when I close my eyes, but he is definitely a good actor. He's seen a career resurgence after Game of Thrones, and I think he could bring a lot to the character. He does kind of have that I guess, the surfer look, because he doesn't always, have a beard and Dothraki tattoos. But he could definitely, I think, pull it off. It just depends. Will he dye his hair, or will he be playing, because that's an issue for me, is I think he's got to dye his hair. You got to get the signature look of the character out there. But I guess if this is just happening now, 7 months after the original story broke, potentially what happened was, these stories, the discussions probably were in the undercurrent. They were trying to work something out. There's reportedly been some, not necessarily feuding, but sort of rewrites and script changes and stuff like that over the last couple months. We know that for sure. Apparently there's going to be less of a Nolan influence and more of a Snyder influence. So we'll see. I mean, that might be something that developed here later on. But anyways, and I'm not even going to mention the overcrowding of a film, because to me that would just be kind of hypocritical. Because Marvel movies are getting more and more overcrowded, and they seem to be pulling them off fairly well. I mean, Captain America, a reportedly standalone movie, it had Black Widow, it had Cap, it had Falcon, it had Nick Fury, and it managed the character development perfectly. And the Avengers, even though it had a full cast, pretty much managed everyone's character development with the exception of Hawkeye. So, I mean, the thing is, I'm not going to talk about the overcrowding, because I think they could pull it off if they started with a big team-up movie and then split into other movies. I don't think overcrowding will be the issue with that film. I think it'll be how they handle the characters and if they stay true to the characters as they are represented in the source material. So anyways, actually, I'm pretty excited about this. I like Jason Momoa a lot. It'd be interesting to see how he dyes his hair for this, but anyways, just comment below with your thoughts. Tell me what you think about Khal Drogo, I guess, going underwater. And this is hilarious. You can insert a joke about the Dothraki hating water here, I suppose. And on that bombshell, I will leave you. This is White Sheep signing off, and see you next time.